नमस्कार. तुमका सगळ्यांक येवकार या प्रेस कॉन्फरन्सचा. तसेच आज श्री दत्त जयंतीचे तुमका सगळ्यांक शुभेच्छा. समस्त गोंयकार भाव भयणां तांकांय दत्त जयंती शुभेच्छा. काल तुम्ही सगळ्यांक गोंयकारांक खबर आसा बीजेपीची सिटींग एमएलए आसली श्रीमती एलिना साल्ढाणा हाजो आमचो नॅशनल कन्व्हिनर आणि दिल्लीचे मुख्यमंत्री श्री अरविंद केजरीवालजी हांणी औपचारिकता पार्टीन तिचो प्रवेश केलो. आज ती आमच्या मदीं आसा गोंयचे जनतेक एड्रेस करपाक. तशेंच म्हज्या बरोबर मानचेर आसा अमित पालेकर बाब, विघ्नेश आपटे, म्हज्या रायट हँड सायडीक आसा सेसिल रॉड्रिग्स आनी वाल्मिकी नायक. सध्या गोंयांत चर्चा जाल्या की बीजेपी सरकार has been completely reduced to a government of scams and scandals. जॉब स्कॅम जाल्ले ते खूप चर्चे जाले. ताजे उपरांत मिनिस्टर सिटींग मिनिस्टर जो आसा तो सुद्धा स्कॅन्डल टेप सगळे आयले भायर. तेन्ना बीजेपी खरें सरकारान रावपाचो कसलो धक्को उरूं ना. काल सुद्धा जी विजिलन्स कमिटी कितें फॉर्म केल्या पयलीं म्हणल्यार तो मंत्री जो आसा पीडब्ल्यू मिनिस्टर ताणें रिजायन जावपा जाय, प्रमोद सावंत ताका सॅक करपा जाय. आणि श्रीमती एलिना साल्ढाणा सांगला तशें जे विजन परिकाराचे आशिल्ले तातूंतल्यान बीजेपी कंप्लिटली भटकल्ली आसा. जे परिकार गोंयच्या चिंततालो, गोंयच्या गोंयकारांचे हित पळयतालो, गोंयचे हित पळयतालो, ते प्रमोद सावंत आनी ताचे वांगडी मंत्रीन फक्त आपलो फायदो कसो जातलो सदांच ताचो विचार केल्लो आसा. जावं ते कोल प्रोजेक्ट, जावं ते 3 लिनियर प्रोजेक्ट गोंयचे लादले गेले. आम आदमी पार्टी सदांच बीजेपीक टक्कर दी दिल्ली आसा. हांवें स्वता बीजेपीचेर मोर्चा वेल्ले आसा ऑफिसांत, सीएमच्या ऑफिसांत. कसलोच विचार करनासतना बीजेपीचो आवाज, लोकांचो आवाज फुडें काडपाक फक्त आम आदमी पार्टी आमी सदांच अग्रेसर राविल्ले आसा. जावं ते ओल्ड गोवा मॉन्युमेंट आसूं, विदाउट परवानगी आसा जे काडला ताजेर सुद्दां अमितान आंदोलन केल्लो. प्रत्येक वेळार बीजेपीक जाप विचारल्या ते आम आदमी पार्टी. आनी आज जी सिटींग एमएलए येता एलिना साल्ढाणा तिचो मुख्य वांटो आसा एनवायरमेंट प्रोटेक्ट करपाक गोंयांत. जेन्ना पार्सेकरचे सरकार आशिल्ले बीजेपीचे फर्स्ट टर्म ऑफ 2012 शी वॉज द लोन मिनिस्टर इन दॅट गव्हर्नमेंट आनी बऱ्यापैकी काम हाताळिल्लें आसा. शी वॉज द मिनिस्टर हँडलिंग एनवायरमेंट, रुरल डेव्हलपमेंट, फॉरेस्ट तशेंच सायन्स एंड टेक्नॉलॉजी पोर्टफोलियो ती हँडल करताली. आनी केन्ना ती फाटीं सरून आपलो आवाज उठोवपाक. जावं ते कोला विरुद्ध प्रोजेक्ट आसूं, लिनियर प्रोजेक्ट जाले, तशेंच गोंयचे एनवायरमेंट सदांच आपलो आवाज तिणें पॉयंट मारून दिलो, जावं ते असेंब्लीन जावं किंवा कॅबिनेट मिटिंगेक. तेन्ना आमकां खोस भोगता की आज एलिना साल्ढाणा तिका सुद्दां पळोवन आयलें की बीजेपी पयलींची उरलेली ना. फक्त गोंयचे आनी गोंयकारांचे हित पळोवपाक आसा ते फक्त एकूच पार्टी ती आम आदमी पार्टी. तेन्ना पार्टीन जे आमी निचर स्वागत केल्लें आसा काल. आज तिजेर मागता कितें प्रेसाक आज एड्रेस करता आनी सगळे गोंयकारांक एड्रेस करता.
A very good afternoon to one and all. I'm here to address a few issues with respect to my resignation as the MLA of Kortali constituency in the BJP government. There are very valid reasons that forced me to take this stand. I by nature, I am a loyalist, but it was very difficult for me to see the way things were going wrong for the people of the state and for the state environment. In fact, just about less than a month ago, about 26 to 28 supporters went to meet the BJP committee higher-ups, asking them to issue the ticket as quickly as possible. And they did this without telling me. And then, because they insisted, I said, okay, do as you please. But when they went there, Sri Tanavade spoke to them. And at the start, this is what I was told. At the start, he praised me as a very honest person, a clean person, a hard-working person, okay? But then he said, we cannot accept her talking against the government with reference to the 3 linear projects. I would like to state that I have been elected by the people to work for their welfare. And definitely, one of the 3 projects that comes right through my constituency, the doubling of the South-Western Railway, is going to be totally disastrous for the people of my state. And if I do not stand by the people who have elected me, then I will be definitely failing in my duty and my responsibility. And therefore, I spoke what I had to say, that this project is disastrous. This project is going to destroy the homes of the people, hundreds of homes. This project is going to destroy the environment. This project is going to pollute the air, pollute the water bodies, leading to all kinds of maladies. I think the people are very happy that they have me on their side. And if this is the reason why the BJP thinks that I have failed them, then I cannot help myself. Because I will continue to be with the people. Okay, so this is the reason they hold against me. They feel that I have betrayed. But I want to make it very clear that it is the responsibility of every elected representative to be with the people, to ensure the proper development of the constituency. And I have done that. Okay, so I will always be with the people, and for that reason, I had to make up my mind to resign from the party. To resign as the MLA of the BJP government, and I handed in my resignation on the 16th of this month. Of course, I did not meet the speaker in person, but the secretary called the speaker. The speaker spoke to me, and I told him that I am resigning. I handed in my resignation, and obviously after which I also resigned from the primary membership of the BJP party. I had to do that to be true to my values, to be true to my principles, and most importantly to be true to my duty towards those who elect me. After which I went to Delhi, I flew, and I met Shri Kejriwal, the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi, and I joined the party. After that, certain tours were organized for me to study the development that is happening in Delhi. And I was very pleased to note that whatever is being done is absolutely for the benefit of the common man. I think this has to be the goal of every government, to ensure the upliftment of the common man. In fact, all along, much before I could take this major step, I was all the time thinking that I've done development in my constituency for 2 terms. And I was thinking all the time that now, for this forthcoming term, I will focus on human development. And I think my thoughts blend very well with the party that I now belong. The common man is the focus. And I was very happy. I was taken around I saw some of the development that is happening in Delhi. Like for example, I saw the schools. You know, it is the school that is meant for the primary right up to the higher secondary section. It is so beautifully organized, having the latest infrastructure to enable the students to study. And what is most gratifying, that it is a school that caters to the education of the children of the common man. It is not a hi-fi school where you have to pay high fees to enter. It is a school meant for the children of the common man. And that has really touched my heart. It's a beautiful school, and if you'll ever get the opportunity, please go. And I know that this will be replicated. See, every good project has a beginning. You cannot, do everything at the same time. I also saw the ward clinics. Okay? Now, ward clinics, can you believe it? There are clinics in every ward to cater to the medical needs of the people, to cater to the medical needs of the common man. All kinds of testing, checking is done. The doctors are there. And accordingly to the results of the findings after the various tests are carried out at the clinic, they are then referred to higher medical authorities. Again, this is available. Why is it there at every ward? It is there to make it available to the common man. And I think that this is exactly what I have in mind, to bring up the common man. Human development at the level so that every family in the state of Goa, and when I spoke to the Honorable Chief Minister, he agreed totally with me, and I had to tell him that my thoughts are coinciding with the way governance is happening in Delhi. I want to help the common men, especially the families where the income is not sufficient, to educate the children. Today, education is so diversified, okay? Every child, as per the talent, can focus and grow. But to do this, to allow the children to study and follow their inclinations, the parents need finance, okay? And therefore, I was focused on finding different ways on how to increase the family income, so that by increasing the family income, maybe if the husband is working, helping the wife also to earn, so that together they can provide the best educational facilities to their children. And I think this dream of mine will be fulfilled by Aam Aadmi Party.
You also saw the electricity bills in there.
Yes, no. Then another beautiful scheme that has been started by the government in Delhi is free bus transport for the ladies. And I was told by the Honorable Chief Minister, the main goal of this is to allow the women to travel to further distances wherever employment is available, and thereby help in the earnings of the family. I think this is so very, very thoughtful. And I think this is what is called good governance. Similarly, as we were saying,
Electricity bills. Every household, light bills.
I think
We get exorbitant
we have been aware of this, this scheme of the Aam Aadmi providing free electricity. Now, I know that many in Goa say, no, that's not true, it cannot be, and lots of things are being said. But the Honorable Chief Minister showed me the bills. And it is not that he showed me just one bill at random, but he gave me several examples of different families, with receipts, and the bills of one family, not just for 1 month at random, but continuous bills of individual families, which proves that this scheme is working in Delhi. And we are hoping that the same schemes will help to uplift the poorer sections of the state of Goa. I am happy to state that I am now with the Aam Aadmi Party, and I have a personality like the Chief Minister, Sir Kejriwal, who will guide me and help me to make my dreams come true for the state of Goa and for my constituency in particular. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Alina.
Ma-
Your
one
joining the
minute,
party has certainly been a big boost, and it's the only alternative which remains to replace the BJP government and the Aam Aadmi Party. We welcome you once again. We'll take your questions, if any.
Madam, there was rumors few days back, means a couple of months back, the BJP will deny ticket for you in 2022. That's the reason you quit the party?
Not at all. Because there might have been rumors, but the party never gave me an inclination that this was going to happen. So I had no clue. I had a clue in the sense I could hear what people were talking, but I never ever had a clue given to me by the government. And frankly, I don't understand why I should not be given the ticket, at that point of time. Because I have been a hard-working MLA. I am very, very proud to state that the development that has taken place in my constituency, it has not taken place in most of the other constituencies. I have got my book ready with all the works that I have done, and I will be having a press conference on the works that I have done. I'm very proud of what I have achieved as an MLA, and that is precisely because I have worked hard, I have been focused, and I have been in touch with the common men to find out their needs.
One more question. Panchayat Minister Mr. Marvin Gudino have made a categorical statement with the media saying that he had a tough time in 2017 to elect you as the MLA of BJP in Kortalim constituency. How you look at this
Yes.
statement?
Yes, I think I would like to state that Marvin Gudino has the habit of hallucinating. Okay? He doesn't know what he talks. First and foremost, he should remember that he lost as the MLA of Kortalim constituency in 2002. Okay? After which, he ran away to Daboli. Okay? If he has such a strong hold on the constituency, he should have remained there. Today, he should face the ground reality. He is not wanted. People hate him. I'm sorry to make this statement. Because he was their MLA for 20 years. Does he have a single structure to show that he did it for the benefit of the people who were electing him and elected him for 5 terms? There is nothing. I challenged him some time back. He could not meet my challenge. He had nothing to show that he has done for the people of Kortalim constituency. So the question of him trying to help me to win does not arise.
Ma'am, could you elaborate, like, what could be the difference between your 5-year term as a BJP MLA and what is the difference that you have seen yesterday in Kejriwal's every development in Delhi?
The difference is that, yes, I did development, there's no doubt, but development that is destructive cannot be allowed.
So that is
And
happening.
definitely the 3 linear projects, and for my constituency, the doubling of the South Western Railway is total destruction. And it is precisely for this purpose that I took the Honorable Chief Minister onto the tracks. And before he could come, I consulted, I spoke to the South Western Railway manager, okay, and I asked him, what is the distance that is required for laying down the second track? And I was informed that 14 meters are required from the center of the existing track. So what I did was, before the Honorable Chief Minister could come onto the tracks, I measured the distance from the center of the existing track. I measured 14 meters all along the alignment towards the inner side where all the houses are located. And it hurts me to tell that the marking landed inside the compounds of these houses. In some cases, the marking landed on the veranda of these brand new houses. Now tell me, will these houses be able to sustain the vibrations, and will the people be able to stay in those houses? Even if the houses don't collapse, what about the noise pollution and the risk to life?
Why this was not brought to the notice of public, everybody? Why this was not brought to the notice of everyone?
By whom?
By whether the government or whether there is this from your side as an MLA?
I did that. That is how they came to know. I was the one who showed them where the landing is going to be of the second track. I did my duty, and that is the reason why the party is against me. I don't care. I cannot change my principles. I follow in the footsteps of my husband, late Matani Saldaina, who devoted 40 years of his life to helping the public. Thanks to him, today we have so many acts that protect the environment. Okay? And if Matani Saldaina was here today, he would be fasting somewhere on the road to oppose these destructive projects. I want to know from the government, what is the benefit of this doubling of the Southwestern Railway? What is the benefit for the state? Besides pollution, besides destruction of the houses, and besides turning the lives of the people upside down. There is no benefit to the village, there is no benefit to the people of these villages. These are destructive projects, and it's my responsibility to oppose them
I know you said if
on behalf of the people.
Should be
you
holding
said
a basic
one
meeting.
minute. You said if Mathani was here now, he would have sat in this thing for
Absolutely.
opposition or whatever. If Mathani was alive, he would have allowed Mr. Parrikar to give entry to Marvin Gudino in the party.
Well, I don't think I can answer that one. I don't think I can answer that one. Okay? Because that he has to be there to know exactly. Because I don't think Marvin Gudino was a very special topic for Matani.
See,
Okay?
those MLAs who said BJP was a washing machine have been joining the same party. Okay? She'll be holding a separate PC today evening at Kortalim office at 10 o'clock, specifically about issues in Kortalim and the work she has done. That's today evening,
Yes.
right? Okay? Thanks everyone for coming to this PC. Thank you.
Thank you.